This is a review of the 8Bitdo controller, wireless, ultimate 2.4 gigahertz controller, and it's a really great controller for PC, Switch, Android, and it's equivalent to an Xbox Series X controller in terms of size and look. And here we have a Xbox Series XS controller, similar in terms of the setup, although this one's a little bit more angled, the hand grips. But you do have the basic functions of X, Y, B, A, your D-pad, your thumbsticks. This one has more of a classic D-pad look. This controller does have triggers, LB, RB, LT, RT, and it does have something more unique. It has a programmable buttons, this P1, P2, whatever the name it is, M1, M2, and you can control this controller by X input or D input, and it connects wireless through a dongle, and it has profile switch. Now, what's great about this controller is it comes with this dock, which is included with this box. So if you have it undocked and you have it plugged to the PC, this will be wireless. You plug this in, it will charge, and this will light up, and that it'll be plugged in USB-C at this point. Now, you can't plug like that. You can always plug the controller wired if you want to with the USB-C port. But the great thing about this dock is that the dongle is inside this dock. So if you unplug this dock, you'll see that, yeah, it looks like a regular dock, right? There's a USB-C port, but if you open this battery pack or this container, which is not battery, there is the receiver. This is a USB receiver that goes into your computer or your Android device, and it works as a pass-through. So if you don't want to plug this in directly, but you want that docking feature, you can just do that instead. Now, of course, you can always plug this controller in via USB-C, and it will work as intended, and it will light up. I prefer though to use this dock just because it makes things so much easier. It's a clean setup. You plug it in when you want to play, you unplug it, and great. You can use it as is, and then when you're done, put it away. So it's all included in this box. Now, if you plug this in USB-C, you can fine-tune this with software, which is from 8Bitdo, and you can program these buttons, you can program profiles, you can do like macros and other things that are definitely game breaking in certain games. You shouldn't be using these macros or these shortcuts on competitive games, but it's doable. So this is the 8Bitdo software that you get to use to program your buttons. Now you can see there's two options for Windows and Android. For example, with Windows, and as you can see, you can program so many things. You can program the individual buttons, you can program the sticks in terms of the sensitivity, the dead zones. You can do the triggers in terms of how active they are. You can swap the triggers. Vibrations you can change to. Macros, this is what you would use for, again, shortcuts. And then the back bumpers, the back paddles, you can use it as something else. And you can change profiles. So it's very straightforward to use, and you can get really creative and that you sync the device before you are done and you're ready to use it. And here you can see I'm in a game, Hitman 3 or Hitman World Assassins. I'm using this D-pad to pretty much switch the settings. It all works. And here you can see me playing the game. It works really fine. It's very comfortable to use. I really like this controller as an alternative for Xbox controller on the PC because this works just as intended as this with extra options, and the wireless dongle actually works better to me than the Xbox Series X wireless dongle for the PC. It's just more fluid and more consistent to use. But as you can see, it works very fine. Awesome, awesome controller.